welcome to a brand new season of Hello Nigeria, and what a season we have lined up for you. On today's episode of Hello Nigeria, how well do you speak your mother tongue? In a city as stressful as Lagos, how exactly do you find peace?
Finding peace or how to de-stress in Lagos in general. For me, it's an important element of this terrain.
We take a visit to the medieval castle of Kajuru in Kaduna State.
Kajuru Castle is a luxury resort built in an early medieval style at Kajuru village in Kaduna State, Nigeria.
Dams are known to provide electricity, but in Abuja, the Usman Dam does all that and much more.
Just outside of Abuja metropolis, it felt wonderfully removed from the craziness of the city.
And we cap things up by giving you some fun facts you may or may not know about the largest black nation in the world. All these and more when we come back from the break. At the start of the show, I asked a simple question. How well do you speak your mother tongue? Now, this is a very important question because research has shown that in the next few years, more than half of our local languages would have gone extinct. An extinct language is one that is no longer in use and is no longer spoken, maybe because the traditional speakers have adopted another language or have just in general stopped speaking it. Now, we also have reports that UNESCO has said that linguistic diversity and multilingualism are essential for any nation's sustainable growth, and we're gradually losing ours. We have over 500 languages, and lots of them have gone extinct, with more to come. Now, the question is, what are we doing to preserve our languages? Did you know that at some point there was a language called Ajawa? It was spoken in Bauchi State and was an Afro-Asiatic language that went extinct between 1920 and 1940 because the native speakers adopted Hausa. This is what will happen to all our languages. If proactive steps are not taken, or if proactive steps are totally avoided, we need to make sure that we put our foot down and ensure that we keep on spreading the good news of people speaking their language. So first of all, enjoy this video. We went out to ask people what they thought about speaking their local languages, and here's what they had to say.
Nigeria is a nation with an estimated population of over 200 million people and described by its constitution as a democratic secular state. Nigeria is blessed with a cultural diversity with over 250 ethnic groups and 521 languages spoken across the land.
Alano.
Sean Lodride.
Bodiaye. Leom Yimi.
Wabo here. Waye.
Ekwowolomio. Chalafia lo wa.
Kedu kime ununa fuma.
Analo. Ulegwe.
Ekaleo.
Mafo mawe gain.
Ndewo.
Bodiaye.
Unaboyin.
Chalafia nchi.
We yado.
Bawo ni. Ndi ban dalunu ekenemu no. Ofure ekwojo meta. Wale muwe. Amogode. Barkanku da aiki.
Wese ba.
Ekpele o eku gbadun.
Ale omondo. Kekunu melutata. To wochin dunke. Ala ni gbogbo ra se o, amere ko dele o.
Kedu kime.
Kintiri o ma yemi.
But in today's modern day society, loads of individuals across the country are forgetting their heritage, traditions, and beliefs, with less than 20% of the citizens speaking their native or mother tongues, with less and less of the over 500 languages either forgotten or not spoken anymore. So we met up with a cross-section of Nigerians to know what parts of the country they are from.
I'm from
Borno, Kogi State.
From
Bayelsa. I'm from
Delta State, precisely.
Imo State.
The Igbo-speaking part of Nigeria. Ondo State.
Akwa Ibom State.
Anambra.
I'm
African government. The East, Southeast, Imo State, to be precise.
Ondo State.
Thank you very much.
If they spoke their mother tongues,
No.
I do speak my native tongue.
None of the two.
Mother's tongue.
I understand my
native tongue.
Yeah.
native tongue and my mother's tongue at times.
I speak my
father language very well.
Yeah.
I'm not too good at speaking.
I don't have any language. That is all.
Native language.
I can do.
how many Nigerian languages do you speak?
Well,
I speak just one Nigerian language.
I speak at least 3.
4.
Just Yoruba.
Speak Ijo,
Ibibio.
5 language.
Igbo.
Igala,
Yoruba.
Igbo, English, Edo.
None.
Those are the only.
Chibok, Kanuri, Babura, Hausa.
Then we asked if they could possibly say this statement: our diversity is our unity in Nigeria.
To be frank with you,
I didn't know how to put it actually. English is not a Nigerian language, but
I'm going to speak Igbo first.
Ìkójọpọ̀
I think that's the only way I can say.
gbogbo wa náà ni ìṣọ̀kan wa.
Okay, Old Mia Nigeria diversity more unity for Nigeria. The language I'm speaking is the Jaw.
Well, I can understand a bit of Yoruba, I can understand a bit of Igbo, but I cannot speak fluently.
Nigeria.
It's quite unfortunate. I can't say it the way it's meant to be. But what it means in my native language, Igbo language.
Ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà wa òun ni ìbáṣepọ̀ gbogbo wa àti ìrẹ́pọ̀ gbogbo wa ní ilẹ̀ ìlú Nàìjíríà.
I can't say it too.
Ebirai, Onovo, Ahonisi, Inekoronia.
Despite na anyị China the iche, that ebe nwere ife dị iche, there is unity in that. When
Ìkójọpọ̀ gbogbo wa ni ìṣọ̀kan wa.
Yorùbá náà ni.
Kallaran da ma ya okada kwani ya kiji tidar ka shalladar sunamna tidar abara kadar kadar albam wata tadarta.
It's quite unfortunate I can't speak it fluently in my native language.
I can't say it.
Ìlú wa yìí tí gbogbo wa ni.
I can't. It's a shame, but I can't. Sorry? It's a shame, but I can't.
A professor of languages states why this has become a trend in Nigeria.
People are carrying negative, idea about a negative coloration. Say, oh, make it not speak. Now the language they speak, they'll tell know you. Your language now your identity. The consequence be say, if we know they teach our children our own languages, after some time our languages go come die. You go be like say we don't exist for world anymore. You go just be like say we just they roam up and down like common animals.
What can be done to improve upon the death of Nigerian languages?
One of the best ways of preserving a language is by making sure it is in writing. You reduce it to writing. Print and make and say, look, the thing, they kind of like Bible. They also use it like hymn book. So you understand? Okay? Apart from that, they make and say that they teach them for nursery school, primary school, university. They go also, what Oyibo people they say, incentivize. What that mean be say, you go make sure anybody where they study them, you go give them special prize.
We are familiar with the popular ones out of the 521 languages or more, but a vast majority are endangered and at risk of falling out of use, generally because it has few surviving speakers.
Welcome back. Now we're looking at dams. Growing up, when I heard the word dam, all I would think of would be the Kainji Dam, because that's the one a lot of us knew growing up. But now there's another dam in Abuja. It's a man-made dam that provides much more than electricity. It's become some sort of tourist attraction, and it is known as the Usman Dam. So take a look at what it is like.
Are you new to the city of Abuja and seeking leisure time and some adventure? Do you need to make new friends and connect with nature's riches? Or do you want to explore the magnificent city and its amazing lifestyle and culture? Then a drive out to Mpape, where the largest man-made hydropower dam is situated, will be the legit answer. Just outside of Abuja metropolis, it felt wonderfully removed from the craziness of the city. After passing the hills and going through the dusty roads leading to the Usman Dam, the groups gathered to make camp and see to an assortment of activities.
Names of football clubs in Nigeria. Lobby Stars.
El Kanemi. Plateau United.
Chelsea.
Aqua United.
We hiked along the dam itself and then over the unique rocky terrain. It was a lit experience. The water was inviting as some guys took off their clothing and took a dive, while others took soothing canoe rides across the man-made lake. Usman Dam is a man-made dam which supplies the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria with both electricity and water. Located 25 kilometers from Abuja, on the way to the Kaduna Highway, and it's 6 kilometers up the Buhari Road. A visit to this epic dam will surely get you excited with a view of the sparkling, still, and very clean body of water. The darting fishes and also the gently stirring water. The serenity and peaceful nature of the environment and the sight of an island within the water body was far beyond what any would imagine. What a beauty. Usman Dam offers a wide range of activities one can be part of whilst there. From fishing, mountaineering, and of course, picnicking. It's a refreshing experience getting away from the city and taking in the fresh air, also for exercising and living healthy and making friends. So if you wish to go somewhere this weekend, why not check out the Usman Dam in Abuja?
When it comes to traveling and holidays, Nigerians are known to be the highest spenders. Everybody's planning for summer 2019, summer 2020. Whereas our temperature, our weather here is summer all through. Now, instead of planning to travel abroad, how about you look around your country and see where to visit? A suggestion would be the Kajuru Castle in Kaduna State. It is set in medieval Romanesque style here in Nigeria, and it was built between 1981 and 1989 by a German expatriate. Wondering if it will fit your #summer goals? Take a look.
Kajuru Castle is a luxury resort built in an early medieval style at Kajuru village in Kaduna State, Nigeria. The Kajuru Castle isn't ancient. As a matter of fact, it isn't even African in the sense that it was built by an eccentric and visionary German businessman who lived in Kaduna at the time.
It is a medieval house built to the ideas of the Middle Age. This is home away from home, like I said, home away from home in the middle of nowhere.
It is a gorgeous masterpiece with breathtaking ambience that is sure to thrill every tourist or visitor, as there is so much to see and do. But first, you would have to brave the mountain, as the castle comfortably sits at the top of a rocky formation. At the end of your climb, the reward for your hard work will be a picturesque view of Kajuru village. The castle is a private lodge that covers 360 square meters with a capacity of up to 150 guests, but only 12 can lodge in full comfort. This breathtaking architectural masterpiece is a tourist wonder of sorts.
This is the key that leads us to every castle. And Kajuru Castle is not an exceptional. This key will grant us entrance into Kajuru Castle. This is how we go.
Okay, may I take a shot of
Go ahead.
Try this. Keep your phone.
The style is very European and clearly German, with a baronial hall, complete with suits of armor. In the castle, there are bedrooms looking like dungeons and several towers with crenulated walls, fully equipped for luxury self-service and made up of a magnificent large stainless steel swimming pool and well-equipped kitchens. It is self-catering for those who can gain entry. Kajuru is the most appropriate place to visit for an awesome getaway. However, do not forget to pack the things you need, as you cannot buy anything at the castle except for from adjoining villages circling the estate. The castle overlooks a vast, peaceful and picturesque savanna. It is a good place to have families and small private parties. The atmosphere is quite relaxing and conducive. But beware, there are also crocodiles in the moat protecting the castle gates, and the road up to the castle requires a 4x4 vehicle. Located at about 45 kilometers from Kaduna on the southern Kachia Road is the village of Kajuru. The imposing structure makes it conspicuous to all travelers. You cannot miss it.
So I love this group. I love you all. I hope to have you back soonest as my guest for the full package.
You can access Kajuru by road or by flying into Kaduna from any city in Nigeria via the Kaduna airport. Many often wonder if Kajuru Castle does exist, while others wonder how such a magnificent and beautiful castle can be found in Nigeria. If you are a tourist looking to explore the city rather than spend all day at a hotel in Kaduna, you can visit one of the many tourist attractions in the state. This castle is Africa's best kept secret. At a time like this, when the nation is emphasizing the Buy Niger to strengthen the Naira movement, discovery of a location like this one cannot be timelier.
For those of us that live in Lagos, if there is one thing that I think we can all agree on, it's the fact that Lagos is stressful. Everywhere you want to go to in Lagos is far. The traffic, the congestion, the fact that we have a high population and it is the commercial capital of Nigeria, all these are more make Lagos unique but stressful at the same time. Now, in all this madness, is it possible to find peace? Absolutely. Today, we're going to be exploring one option, and we'll be doing that all through this month. We'll be teaching you on how exactly you can find your peace in Lagos. And this one is through a sport called boxing. Lagos, Nigeria's largest city and commercial capital with a population of over 20 million people, daily striving to make a living. A city with such an enormous crowd is definitely bound to come with certain challenges.
The most stressful thing for me in Lagos is transport. It has to be public transport because it's very uncomfortable. Like, it's very hot now and I have to be somewhere, but I have to inconvenience myself because I don't have my own ride yet.
To me, it's all about this traffic.
The traffic in Lagos is too much. Like, I can't visit my friends on mainland because I stay at Aja, and having to go to the mainland, I will start thinking about the Uber fare I'm going to pay and all of that. Lagos on its own is stressful.
The major challenge, the major stress thing is about the traffic, the transport system, and the government is not really getting it right.
Traffic seems to be a major headache for most Lagosians. But in the midst of all the chaos, how do they find their peace?
I find my peace in Lagos by staying in my father's house, turning off my phone and sleeping and enjoy quality family time while eating good food. That's what I do.
Neither go back to my house or find a place like this or a kind of joint.
How I find peace is visiting my friends. Like, I have to be around people to not think about things, or I just have to check my phone, watch some videos, comedy videos, or watch movies.
In the evening or weekend, you must have one show, one event, one Owambe, you know. So Lagos you walk, Lagos you enjoy.
Today on Finding Your Peace in Lagos, we decided to explore fitness options to help you de-stress, and our key focus is on boxing.
My name is Rehia Giwasage. I am the owner and founder of Elite Box Fitness. Finding peace or how to de-stress in Lagos in general. For me, it's an important element of this terrain, Nigeria, Lagos, because one, it's very fast-paced, and I think we can all agree about that. And two, there seems to be everyone's juggling more than one thing at the same time. So if you add these elements together, boxing works perfectly with regards to being an outlet for just relaxing, releasing energy, and also utilizing energy in the right way. People can find their peace in boxing, well, through many ways. So the sport is broken down into, I like to say, maybe two areas. So there's the competition side, and then there's the recreational side. A lot of people utilize boxing to just stay at peace and gain discipline and gain all kinds of values that are kind of unspoken, but once you do actually practice the sport, you learn about it. Without a doubt, it builds confidence, it allows people to express themselves, so it's not really about impressing others or showing off, it's really about expressing your inner self. So there's very much an art form to the sport as well. It gets you in good shape, good condition, probably one of the best sports for that. But mentally as well, you know, it conditions your mind. You start to think of things in a different way. So, for example, you might come in here with a lot of baggage or other things on your mind, and then by the time you've trained, it's so challenging and also equally rewarding that by the time you're leaving a class or whatever session you're doing with regards to boxing, you feel great. How did I get into boxing? For me, it was quite an interesting journey. I got injured when I used to play football because I used to be more of a football individual, you know, as most Nigerians can be. A couple of friends used to utilize boxing as a supplement to their football training. So I've always been around people who are athletic, So boxing was a fantastic substitute for me, to fill a void that was left by, football. And then I transitioned over to the more just health and wellness side because it has so many intrinsic values as a sport that you can gain from it.
My name is Harpal Singh. I'm a manager in an oil company. I started boxing about 6 months ago when I arrived in Lagos. It's been really good. So basically, I try and do it every lunchtime. So it's really good stress relief for me. Something that can get me out of the office. Something I can do in that lunchtime when I don't do anything. I feel much fitter. Actually, since 6 months ago, I can do a lot more physically. I can run faster, and I've lost some weight as well. So it's really good for me.
In boxing, there are so many myths. One of the most popular ones we hear is, I'm gonna get injured, or I'm gonna break my nose, or get hurt, lose teeth, all that sort of thing. No, not on the recreational side. It's purely for health and wellness. So it is typically non-contact. The other myth is with regards to getting big arms and big muscles and that sort of thing. No, it is very difficult for a boxer to become very bulky unless you're in the heavyweight division. Boxing is a weight-making sport whereby it is broken down into various weight classes. So most boxers are very lean and well-conditioned because additional bulk makes you tired. It's not functional for the sport. So it's not something that you utilize when you're looking to bulk up. It's not boxing, no. When you're looking to tone up, get conditioned physically and mentally, that's boxing. Another myth is with regards to, I'm a female, right? And women don't box. Well, it's always tough to hear that because it's the perfect sport to empower young kids, and in particular young girls. It's important. So not just from the self-defense perspective, there's also the self-esteem area, because once you box, you learn discipline, you feel good about yourself, and these things can they can pretty much transition into further away just from the gym into your own life. My top 3 tips for beginners consist of 1, first things first, decide to just throw yourself into the activity, because what I come across quite often is that people find it difficult just to make that first initial step. And I don't think it's just with boxing, by the way. I think it's with anything new, anything that you're not familiar with. Just come. You'll find that whatever establishment it is, is very welcoming. The second tip for first timers will be just also open your mind to learning new things, because you're essentially going to be rewiring your brain because you're learning a skill. It's a skill, isn't it? Boxing is a skill. Just come and just learn, because that way you actually enjoy the experience better, because it's an experience. And the last tip I will probably give is, if you can get friends involved, it's always a good idea, because you can keep each other accountable, and that seems to increase your chances of success in the long run. And also, it's kind of fun just seeing yourself struggle in the first class of boxing. So the main thing is just to have fun, regardless of what it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'd love to show you a few tips as a first timer and things we genuinely advise them to do, but in the ring. So when you walk into the gym, the first thing you need to do is wrap your hands.
Okay.
Why? Because you have to protect your hands. You're definitely going to have to take your watch off, although it's amazing. There are pressure points that we have to wrap, so try and keep the hands like this, nice and open for me. We wrap around the wrist, so any impact that reverberates from a punch is nicely buffered by the wrap in the wrist. And then I finish on the wrist. Make a fist. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's the classic boxer pose. Okay, so let's get the gloves on. Never punch the bag without gloves.
Yeah, I learned that.
Yes, exactly. Damage your hands. Now you can punch the bag. Give me a neutral stance. Good. This is how to learn how to stand. Step back with this leg. Boom. Perfect, okay? Bend the knee slightly, not much. Good. So it's a good base. Keep the hands down, it's fine. So just as a test, if you don't fall over, your stance is okay. Closer to me, but so you can see over it. Okay. Good stance. Just do a little bounce like that. You're ready. Now, can you keep this throughout the whole time? That's a good stance. That's a good stance. Okay, face me. Perfect. This side. One more time. Good. Let's go back. To me. To me. Pause. Now, how are your legs feeling? Like getting a workout, right? Thank you. All the time in boxing, people talk about the arms, but it's always about the lower body. The palm should always face down on impact. Your palm is facing down now, right? Palm is facing out. You gotta throw it in here. Don't forget, rotate that wrist and small step. They're tethered together. They're twins, the hand and the foot. Make sure you lock the elbow out. This is not locked out, right? This is locked out. Here, leave it here. So stay where you are. Keep your shoulder protecting your chin. Chin down, yes. So what I would ordinarily do is try and counter what your punch, but because your chin is protecting it, there's no, I can't do it. You're safe. This is a safe jab. Good technique. Just the jab. Boom. Both hands. Boom, boom. Move back. Come to me. Move off. Let's go. I'm enjoying it. Come on. With the hands up. But try and relax. Make sure you breathe. When you breathe. Yeah, breathe. Oh, you get tired really quickly, okay? 1, 2. 1, 2 again. 1, 2 again. More power. More power. More power. More power. More power. More power. Are you sure you're a first timer? You sure you're a first timer? Yeah, that's good. You won. You won. It might not look like you won, but you won. I'll be like this. Everyone gets tired, no matter how experienced you are. That's just the nature of the sport. Yeah, the heart rate goes up. My name is Rehi Agiosage. I have found my peace in Lagos through boxing, and you can too.
So when Lagos gets tough, will you put on your boxing glove?
How do we deal with stress? I think the advice I give people mostly is you go to the cause. What is causing the stress for you? What are the habits you are imbibing that causes the stress? You need to check those habits. Number one cause of stress in Lagos is the lack of sleep, not the hustle and bustle. Because if it was the hustle and if you were going through the hustle and bustle and you get enough sleep time, like 7 hours a day, I can guarantee you will not be stressed. The lack of sleep, a lot of Lagosians, I used to think caffeine intake, the coffee intake thing was more of a white man thing, but man, the amount of coffee we consume in this Lagos is off the chart. So if we can reduce our coffee intake, moderate our alcohol intake, sleep good, eat healthy, the timing of your food should be key. Light lunch to keep your energy flow high. Do not eat heavy lunch like eating a bar in the afternoon. When the food gets to your intestine, your body will need to shunt the blood supply from other parts of your body to your intestine to digest the food. That is why when you eat heavy meals, you kind of feel sleepy. You feel sleepy because blood is being shunted away from your brain, and you feel weak, being shunted away from your muscles to your intestine. So we eat healthy and we time our foods, we take a lot of water, we have sex. Sex is very important to it's a way of relieving stress. Be around family, indulge in some outdoor activities, play football, play tennis, run. Run is free. You don't have to pay to run. I heard they pay to play football in some places now, but you don't have to pay to run. You don't have to pay to cycle. You just put on your shoes and you just run slowly, but for long. I think that should do it.
Nigeria is a country in West Africa having boundaries with Niger, Chad in the north, Cameroon in the east, Benin Republic in the west, and the Atlantic on the south. The country is home to the largest diversity of butterflies in the world. Did you know that the country is home to the largest diversity of butterflies in the world? It is widely believed that the area surrounding Calabar, Cross River State, in the southern part of the country, Nigeria, is the most suitable habitat as well as harbors the largest diversity of butterflies on planet Earth. So many of us know what exactly life is like on land, but have you ever paused to think about what life on water would look like? Not to worry, we have you covered. Check this out as we went on a voyage exploring what exactly life on water in Lagos, Makoko to be precise, looks like. Enjoy.
My name is Shemide Taiwo, the son of the Bale of Makoko Waterfront. I was born and brought up in Makoko, Lagos, Nigeria. I speak Igbo language. I speak Yoruba, but the major language we speak here is Igbo language. Igbo language are people from Badagry. We have some of them from Ogun State. That's the language we speak, Igbo language. Makoko is divided into two. We have Makoko on land and Makoko on water. Here is Makoko on water. Just look at this street. We call this street Akpadi Cruz. There are lots of streets like that we have in this community. This is Adugbo Road Street, Adugbo Street. When you're going, if you go through this street, this street will lead you to on land, where you enter the boat when you're coming to the community. But if you want to go to this street, which is Winer Street, this street will lead you to the Third Mainland Bridge, whereby you see the school in the community. My dad is the Bale of Makoko on water. He has been working hard to make peace. If you come to Makoko on water, there's no fight in Makoko on water. Definitely, sometimes there's fight outside, but most of our people are scared of going outside. There's peace in Makoko, no fight in Makoko. It's very peaceful. If you want to build a house here on water, I think we have our local carpenter. They are the best that can stand and tell you how you can build a house. We have a man who's an architect. Once he came around, he built a school. We told him that this is the way we want him to build the school. They said, no, he's an architect. You know, those that goes to school, they always want to do it the way they want it. Once he built the school, I think the school doesn't stay more than 5 months before it collapses. So I think if you want to build a house here, we have different type of woods. If you want to buy this hardwood and softwood, if you use the hardwood to build a house, it's going to last more than 50 years. And we still have some of this wood that you can use, and it's going to last more than 100 years. But it's expensive. And people go for the softwood, which is going to last more than 3 or 5 years, so you have to change it again. So that's how we build the houses here. Makoko is a fishing community, whereby the men have to go out for fishing, whereby the wife will be at home. So when you come back home with the fish, you give it to your wife to take it to the market to sell. From this fishing, that's where we get our best of life from. What we do is that most of our women, once they went out to sell fish, the money they make, they use it to buy other things, like drinks, like gari, like rice. So when they bring it to the community, they set up a mobile shop. So they move around and hawk around. If you want to buy from them, you call them and buy it from them. And there's also, we have a lot of our women that go outside to buy this pala that they brought from, that they import from other countries. So once they bring it to the community, they smoke it and take it back to the highland for sale. If you look at the whole Lagos state, we supply them the most fish they need. If you meet this our women selling fish outside, if you go close to them, ask them, are you from? I'm 100% sure they will tell you they are from Makoko. So we supply them fish every day. That's the best we are doing for Lagos state. The challenges we face here, I think I can still remember the greatest challenge we ever faced in this community. That was during year 2012. The governor gave us 72-hour notice to evacuate all the houses in this water. We thought it was a joke. So when they came with the policemen and mentioned, they started cutting our houses. During the process, I think one head of the member of the community was shot to death. But right now we have a lawyer who is standing for the community. This man has done a lot for us. A community with 200,000 plus. The government said we are no more than 100 people. Our own lawyer stood up and defended our own truth that if the judges can send someone to come down to the community to see the people by himself, it would be nice. So when they got to the school, we have a school which is Wina Nursery and Primary School. The only English school we have in the community. Once they got there, the children started the national anthem of Nigeria. The judges started crying. Even the state lawyer started crying. So the judges told the lawyer that you go back to your government, tell him to write a letter of apology to these people. Give them school and more hospital. But now nothing has been done. As big as this community is, there's nothing here that I can point out and say this is what the government have done for us. Nothing here the government have done. The plan of the government is to move away everybody from here so that I can make this place like Lekki. The government knows that we don't have the money. And he knows that we don't have the power. Definitely it's true, we don't have the power to fight him. During the time, I think Federal sent him a letter that he should stop the demolition. That the waterfront is under the Federal, is not under the state. That's when the government stopped the demolition. But he should consider us as Nigerian. We are Nigerian, we are born here and we are brought up here. If the government should move us from here, how are we going to start our life? The greatest support we got in this community are always from NGOs. So once they come around, we allow them to come to the community, we welcome them because they are the ones doing the good things in the community. They are really helping us. I think what I can say we need in this Makoko, we need a school because we still have a lot of kids at home. Most of them are not going to school because the school here is not enough to accommodate all of them. Please come to our homes and help us. That's what we need. The first thing we need is school. After school, we need a hospital. Living on water is a part of our culture. I was born and brought up here.
And it is officially a wrap on the first episode of Hello Nigeria. I hope that you've learned a lot because I have doing this as well. I look forward to coming your way again, but remember that we can keep up the conversation on all social media platforms at Wazobia Max, and you can follow me personally at Olive Emodi. Remember to do the little things that can make our country better because wherever you go, far or near, Nigeria will always be home. I'm Olive Emodi, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.